say after the webinar, the recording will be uploaded. This is a webinar for the SBIR STTR Partnering Platform for investors. If you have a question, please add those questions to the chat and they'll be answered at the end of the presentation. I'm now going to hand it over to Dr. Keith Woodman.
Hey, thank you, Doug, and thank you all for joining us. We appreciate you taking the time to be here as we introduce an exciting new capability designed to strengthen collaboration, accelerate innovation, and expand opportunities for both NASA and our large and small business partners. Today's session will walk you through the newly released NASA SBIR Partnering Platform, which gives stakeholders the ability to explore vetted technologies developed through NASA's SBIR and STTR funding and connect directly with the innovators behind them. For our potential partners joining us, the platform is built with you in mind. Its advanced search and AI-driven features are designed to help you quickly identify technologies relevant to your specific needs and interests, making the path from discovery to partnership faster and more effective. During today's webinar, our OmniSync colleagues will guide you through what the NASA SBIR Partnering Platform is all about, how to get started once you log in, ways to explore the technology portfolio, and how partners like you can benefit from engaging with NASA's SBIR and STTR awardees. So we're really excited to share this new resource with you and even more excited about the connections and collaborations it can spark across our community. Thank you once again for being here. And with that, let's get started. I will now turn this over to OmniSync's very incredible Carol Rabke, who has been extremely instrumental in the vision and development of this platform. Take it away, Carol.
Well, thank you very much for that introduction. And yes, we are really excited to bring this to you all and to have NASA on the partnering platform. I just want to make this large. Okay, hopefully you are seeing the screen now. It should be all orange. But we are very excited to work with NASA to bring the platform to you. And as Keith mentioned, I joined OmniSync after spending 4 years at the Department of Energy. And this was kind of my baby. I had worked with SBIR and STTR firms for over 20 years as a commercialization service provider before I joined DOE. And in doing that, I knew how hard it is for the SBIR and STTR funded companies to take their technology out actually into the market, whether it's going to be used within NASA or whether it's going to be used out in the commercial sector. It just really was hard for those companies to find the stakeholders like you in the audience that they needed to find to be able to take it to the next level. So OmniSync was founded in 2019 with the mission of helping deep tech ideas get to the market faster. The mission came from the academic and industry experiences of our CEO. I have him called out there, Rupak, and then also our CTO, Norman. They saw how deep tech ideas struggled in the early phases to get tested and to get into the market. And so they decided they would put their ideas together and come up with a solution on how we could help those companies get to market faster. So OmniSync helps with fundraising, strategic partnerships, market intelligence that really helps the startups, folks like yourselves, the stakeholders, and government agencies get that idea into the market. And we are very fortunate to work with NASA to bring this platform to you. We do that with the help of a very mighty team. You can see us all there. On the left, we have, you see, it's not moving forward. There we go. Sorry, Dan, it wasn't highlighting you. So on the left, we have Dan, our project manager. He comes to us from the world of programming and media mastery in the support of international marketing agencies. He is the conduit for our communications and operations. So if you ever reach out to OmniSync or if you ever need us, chances are he's going to be the one who gets back to you. And then next, we have our multi-talented Dr. Michael Bain. He is the senior software developer engineer, and he has been leading the development of the partnering platform since its inception. And he's the mastermind for incorporating the unique needs of all the participating agencies. And yes, I will just say that he is responsible for taking my vision that I had when I was at DOE and bringing it here to all of you at NASA. So he has gone through a lot of different scenarios in terms of how innovators and partners use the platform, where they get stuck, and how to get them back on track. So he really knows the system in and out, and he's going to be giving you a demo in just a few moments. So let me just quickly share why partners are needed. So commercialization is a statutory goal of the SBIR and STTR programs. And we are very excited because they were just reauthorized through 2031. So that is great news. But since Congress is using taxpayer dollars, they want to see return on investment. So whether that is taxable revenues, job creation, or scientific or societal benefit, they really want to see that something coming out of this investment of the taxpayer dollars. But the SBIR and STTR funding, it's non-dilutive, it's really great, but it only goes so far. I've put over here on the right-hand side of the screen that it's about 4.4 billion across all the agencies that participate annually, and that's about 7,000 awards. NASA has about a budget of about 200 million annually, and they make about 300 contracts per year. So they have this funding, they fund a lot of great technologies that are all competitively vetted, but we need to help these companies get their technology to market or get it into missions, but help it get out of the laboratory or that very early stage development place. And NSF did a study a few years back, and they found that small businesses with early stage strategic partners are 50% more likely to successfully commercialize the technology. So that's where you all come in. So you're going to see that partners vary by development stage. So in the very beginning, when an innovator just has an idea, then they might think, okay, I need to get some funding and I'd love to use non-dilutive funding. So they go to the SBIR or STTR program and they get a phase one. And with the phase one, that allows them to have a proof of concept. And at NASA, the phase one can be up to $225,000. So they can use that. They never have to pay it back. They get to keep the IP. And in terms of you potentially being an investor or a stakeholder, they have, it was all non-dilutive. So if you come into the picture between, after phase two, the IP and the company is still fully intact in most cases. I've put across the bottom the customers. They're going to be engaging with the small businesses all the way across, or at least they should be, as they'll need to do some customer discovery at the beginning. We have research institutes and national labs. They get involved in the beginning when the technology is being developed. Technical consultants, engineering support and prototyping, folks that might help with manufacturing. Often these small businesses also need business services, so market research, help with patenting, market communications. If they're going to be looking for investment, they'll need help with pitching. And of course, as I mentioned, the SBIR funding only goes so far. Once they get out of phase one, they move into phase two. And in the case of NASA, that can be up to $1 0.275 million. So you do see a lot of funding going into this. And then they also have other additional opportunities for funding after phase 2, but they are going to really need your help. So bottom line, these awardees are going to need partners. They are going to need them for manufacturing, for the business services. They're going to need them potentially to license the technology and bring it out to the market. So what would you as a partner find from joining the partnering platform? Well, you will find NASA awardees. They are small businesses with at least 225,000 in non-dilutive funding. That would be the folks that just have phase 1s. And many of them, though, have over $1 million worth of funding. And again, it's non-dilutive. It's a competitive award process. So these are vetted technologies. They're going to be cutting edge, advanced technologies. Many of them are disruptive, looking to enter emerging markets. They're going to provide you with immediate competitive advantage. And also for those of you in the audience that are used to DOW, or you are a prime contractor, they do have phase 3 eligibility. So what will you find on the platform? It is a public-facing, multi-agency searchable database. So on the innovator side, we have anyone who is going to apply for an SBIR, an STTR award, or anyone who has been awarded an award. And they can find partners. But then on the flip side, you all, as a partner, can access thousands of vetted technologies. So if you have a need in terms of a technology, or maybe you're looking to collaborate with someone, this is the place to go. You can do keyword and AI searching. There's a lot of different ways to filter, and Michael is going to show you that momentarily. You can bookmark favorites. You can confidentially message. If you find technology, you can reach out to those folks right here on the platform confidentially. The company profiles have details on fundraising needs, pitch decks, other company materials. You can post on the community page if you have a collaboration, you're looking for someone in a particular technology area. If you have technology needs and you've been searching and you don't find them and you just want to throw it out there on the community page, you can do that. If you have events coming up, if you are an investor and you have pitch events, this would be a place that you could post for them. If you have jobs or intern opportunities, all of that would go on the community page. And then there is also a news feed for applicable industry and stakeholder news. DOE, we released it when I worked at DOE in November of 2023. Then NHLBI, which is a part of one of the larger parts, actually, of NIH. It's their National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute. They joined in October of 2024, and now NASA has joined at the beginning of this year. So we're very excited to be working with the NASA team. All of you should have received an email here that was inviting you to, you were actually pre-registered, so you had email to use and a password, so you were able to come into the site. If you did invite colleagues and they haven't yet registered, on the landing page for NASA, you can find a button that you would just click to register. And again, just trying to help you figure out who you are. If you are basically, if you're never going to apply for an SBIR STTR award, then you would be on the partner side. And also, if you're not a small business, I'll just add that in there as well. So with that, I am going to stop sharing and I am going to pass it over to you, Michael.
Great. Thank you so much, Carol. Let me get things set up real quick. Stop sharing for 1 second. Okay, great. So as Carol mentioned, I am a senior software engineer here at OmniSync, and I've been working on this platform since its inception in 2023. And I'm excited to give you a brief demo and overview of its capabilities, especially for partner users. Let me just return to the NASA homepage real quick. So as Carol mentioned, if you received an email from us with your credentials, you are pre-registered for this platform. Once you hit this page, there should be a login link at the top right. Just click it, enter the credentials we provided to you, and you should be in the platform ready to go. If you haven't received an email with credentials from us, you can always register. So you'll also see a register button here, just like Carol showed, and you can register as a partner. The registration process is very quick, should only take you 5 minutes or so to provide the information we require, after which we'll quickly verify that information, and you should be in the platform, usually within a day or so. So I'm already logged in, so I will just go to the dashboard and we can get a sense of how to use the platform from the partner's perspective. So the dashboard, this is sort of your home page where you have quick access to all the important features. We'll go through them one by one. The first thing, though, I want to show is the profile. So this is information regarding you personally, but also the organization you belong to. This is information typically gathered during onboarding, or if we had this information previously, we were able to pre-register you, but we may not have all the information or all the updated information. So we do recommend the first thing you do when you enter the profile is to update your information and change your password as well. If we provided you the credentials, you can change your password right here. So just basic information regarding yourself. Not all of this is publicly viewable in the platform. Typically, just your first name, your last initial, and your organization, association, and job title. The rest of this information is really for the admins on the platform to verify your account. And then there is organization information. Here you can upload, for instance, a company logo. You can provide the basic organizational information such as name, URL, address, service category, as well as a description of the kinds of things your organization is looking to do on the platform. All of this information is important for the matchmaking process that goes on behind the scenes as innovators find partners and as you search for innovators. So the more robust the information you provide, the better generally the outcomes will be on the platform. But let's return to the dashboard. So we can start with the search engines that are available to partner users. We have two, awards and technologies, and we'll go through them one by one. So awards, here is where you can search through the SBIR, STTR awards and awardees from all three agencies that are currently on the platform. Again, that's the Department of Energy, the NHLBI, and of course, NASA, the reason we're here today. So you have two modes of searching through this database. One, a keyword search. So with a keyword search, this is your typical search engine where you can enter keywords and it will surface records that contain those keywords. So if we type anti-icing system, that should bring up several NASA awards, in fact, having to do with anti-icing. But you also have access to a number of very useful filters for finding, the technologies you're specifically interested in. Agency is, of course, a very useful filter. You may only be interested in NASA technologies, for instance, rather than technologies in the healthcare industry. So you can just filter by NASA. And then we have industry sectors so that you can find the specific industry you're interested in award year. So if you're interested really in only recently awarded technologies, that's a useful filter. The state where the awardee is based, the phase, the award type, destination type. This is a NASA unique filter we have. So every NASA SBIR is associated with a destination type. So for instance, if you're interested in Martian technology or technology useful for exploring the moon, you can filter by that. NASA center, so which NASA center helped support the award, and then supporting organizations, usually academic organizations, but not exclusively so. So for instance, if you're interested in MIT supported SBIR awards, this is a filter you could use to find those very quickly. That's keyword. We also have AI powered search. So for instance, if you have a larger query and you're not super interested in the specific keyword matches, but rather the semantic content of the query, this is what you should use. So you can see this query here is a bit longer. It's really a description of the kind of technology I might be interested in finding. And so this will surface matching technologies that don't just have keyword matches, but also are semantically similar. So in the same technology realm. And you can often find surprising but very relevant technologies using AI-powered search. So if we return to keyword search, we can apply the NASA filter and we can search for anti-icing systems. So we can take a look at what actually is provided here regarding each of these technologies. So you can see we have this phase 2 award here from Innovative Dynamics. It was awarded in 2020 by NASA. And we have the abstract here. So you can bookmark this if this is something you want to return to. And bookmarks are saved to your dashboard, which I'll show in just a moment. And then we also have details regarding this particular technology, so more information. So just click on the details. It will take you to the profile page for this particular award. So the first thing you see is information regarding the awardee, so Innovative Dynamics, where they're located. More information regarding the award. We do have this innovators, which I'll return to in just a second. But as I scroll down, you can see we do have images associated with this award, the award amount, the destination type, the NASA center, the full abstract, as well as the project benefits relating to the development of the technology. The project library, so many, if not most, of these NASA awards do have a library associated with them, usually including a briefing chart and a final summary chart. These contain lots of useful information regarding the technology that's not necessarily contained within the abstract. So all of these are downloadable from the profile. And then at the bottom, we also give you a list of similar awards. So this is a way to quickly find awards that are similar to what this award is. So it's a way to sort of go down the rabbit hole for this particular topic. But I want to return to the top here and this innovators button. So by clicking view innovators, you get this pop-up dialog that includes the name as well as the job title of the innovator associated with this technology who's also on the platform. So Joseph G is on the platform, but on the other side, he's registered as an innovator with Innovative Dynamics. So if you were interested in connecting with Joseph regarding this technology, all you would need to do is click Instant Message, and that would take you to the in-app messaging system. I won't message Joseph right here, but I will click into Innovative Dynamics, and this will take you to the company's profile on the platform. So if you're interested in learning more about the company beyond this one award, just click on this link. And here we find ourselves at the company profile for Innovative Dynamics. And here, this is information provided to us by users who are associated with this company on the platform. So you can read the description for the company, learn more about the company's entity type, any certifications it might have, and its NEX codes, financials, such as whether they're currently raising, which fundraising round, whether they have a lead investor. Here you can also find the company's file library. So companies are able to upload files to their company profile, such as company capability statements, and importantly, pitch decks. So this is where the companies can make the pitch for investment. These are, of course, very useful to partner users who might be interested in collaborating with these companies. So you can just click on these to view and download. As we scroll down, you also see a list of all the registered users on the platform associated with this organization. So not just Joseph, who is just the primary or principal investigator for that technology, but also other users on the site as well. And if we scroll down, we see the awards, all the awards that we have on the site associated with this company, as well as any technologies they may have uploaded as well. And we'll return to technologies in just a bit. But here I do want to show you the instant messaging feature. So this is just one of my test accounts I quickly added to this company so I can show you the messaging feature. But say I was interested in contacting this company to learn more, to start a conversation, to collaborate, I would just click instant message. And that would bring us to the messaging portal here. So here I could see all my chat history with this particular user, Michael from Innovative Dynamics. We do suggest a first message, but you can type anything you want and just send. And once you click send, that user will receive an email letting them know they have a message waiting for them in the app from you. So they can come back in, and the same goes for you. So if you're not on the platform and they reply, you too will receive an email letting you know that a conversation has started. Okay, let's return now to the dashboard and investigate the second search engine. So technologies. So awards refers to the SBIR, STTR awards we have on file. Technologies, on the other hand, are technological profiles that the innovator users themselves have uploaded to our platform and associated with their technologies. So often these technologies are in fact associated with the SBIR award, and we mark that with an award symbol like this. So this technology profile has been awarded a SBIR award. But of course, not all technologies these companies are working on have been supported by an SBIR, and the platform still offers them this avenue for uploading and sharing that technology with partner users. So this search engine functions much as the awards search engine did. You have both a keyword as well as an AI-powered search interface. You can filter by agency. So if you're only interested in NASA technologies, we can filter that. And if you want only technologies that have won awards, you can apply that filter. And again, you can bookmark these if you're interested in returning to them, or you can click View Details to learn more about the award. So here we can find the company responsible for this technology, the capability statement that the user input for this technology, partnering needs. So specifically, what kind of partner is this innovator looking for to help commercialize this technology? This technology is linked to an award. So if you clicked on this link, it would take you to the award profile. And then the associated user. So this is the user who created this award on the platform, created this technology on the platform and associated it with this award. So again, if you wanted to learn more, just click instant message and you can begin a conversation with the innovator. And again, we have similar technologies presented at the bottom of each of these profiles. So returning to the dashboard, you will recall that I bookmarked an award and a technology, if I scroll down the dashboard, this is where those bookmarks are stored for you. So awards and any technologies you've bookmarked, you can always return to the profiles by clicking on the titles. And if you wanted to export and share what you found on the platform, you can just click export. It will generate a CSV file for you with all the pertinent information, and you can use that as needed. Okay, before I move on to the community feature, I did just want to draw your attention to our feedback feature. So we are always updating the site, adding or improving features, and often these ideas come from our users through this feature. So please take a moment when you have one to just let us know how we're doing and submit any comments, questions, or concerns you might have. And we will certainly take a look and get back to you as needed. Okay, so the other main feature is what we call the community. Now, Carol did mention this in her presentation at the beginning of the webinar, but here it is on the platform itself. And as Carol mentioned, this is sort of a meeting place for everyone on the platform, both partners, innovators, and our admins. And this is a way to make announcements, to create posts, or continue conversations with everyone on the site, not just individuals who you happen to find through the search engines. So as partners, you're able to create posts, and you can tag your post with any of these tags. So you might, have an accelerator application forthcoming, so you can make an announcement regarding that. If you're looking for interns, or if you have a job opening, if you're looking to collaborate, or if you have a non-SBIR funding opportunity that innovators might be interested in, or a pitch event, or really just any upcoming event, this is one great way to disseminate that to the many users on the platform. So you would just give a title, post, deadline, start date, and create post, and it would soon appear in the social feed itself. And we do have a weekly newsletter that goes out to our innovators that summarizes all the recent posts on the community feed. So you can be sure your announcements gets into the right hands quickly. Okay, returning to the dashboard, there is this news feed. It does draw directly from NASA relevant sources. So it is updated in real time. So any NASA information that's recently been published will appear here. And again, you can bookmark it and return to it at any time. And I believe that's all the most important features for NASA partners. Carol, I'm not sure if we wanted to discuss the virtual pitch program.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that either,
Yeah.
but just so that the NASA partners know about this, because you do have access, as Michael demonstrated, you do have access to DOE awards as well as the NIH awards. If you do have an interest in learning more about some of the DOE awards, DOE did run a virtual partner pitch program, and you can search the different pitches that were done. They were recorded, and so if you do find pitches of interest, you can request to view the pitch. So just so you know, it is here and available to you. And I don't know, in having discussions with NASA, they might do something similar at some point as well. But this is something that's searchable to you as well. And I don't know if we have any questions. I wasn't watching that to know if we have any questions. The one other piece I just wanted to add was that just to be aware as a partner, because we were talking all about the fact that these have been competitively vetted. I just wanted to remind you that the awards are what have been competitively vetted. So you could go into a technology as Michael demonstrated, and just because it's a technology doesn't mean that it hasn't been competitively vetted, because you can see if it has an award associated with it when you go into it. But I did just want to give the disclaimer that some of the technologies are people that are wanting to be awardees. And so just make sure, if you are specifically looking for a technology that has been vetted, make sure that it has an award attached to it. And oh, you may have said this, Michael, but just to reiterate it, if someone does start a conversation with you, you will get pinged. The system does send you an email. So you don't have to feel like you have to come back, and we want you to come back often, but you don't have to feel like you have to. If someone is looking to engage with you from the innovator side, you would get an email saying that someone has left you a message. I don't think I have anything else, Michael.
Great.
Oh, yeah, I think we're good unless we have any specific questions in the chat, but let's see.
Yeah, Carol, I only saw the question about the video presentation. Could y'all maybe talk a little bit about where people could find it
Oh, yeah.
once it's uploaded?
Yeah. Michael, you could show them that, because the innovator one is there now.
Oh, referring to the recording of this webinar specifically?
Yeah.
So once we have the recording, we'll add it to the site. So currently, we have this partners page here that is geared to NASA partners, explaining what the platform offers, and we will likely put the video on this page. Where exactly, to be determined, but likely on this page, and it will likely appear in the help section as well. So here you can see the innovator webinar we concluded a few months ago. We'll add the partner one here as well. So there'll be 2 locations likely.
Great. So I guess if we don't have any other questions, thank you everyone for coming to the webinar. We will get this posted. And if you have any questions, feel free to type them into the feedback. Once you're on the site, you can type them into the feedback, and we will get back to you. That'll probably be Dan, since we said that he's the person who's going to be the person you hear from most. And he is great and very responsive. So I think that sums it up, and we look forward to having you participate on the platform.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, folks.